Hello learners, today we will be learning about collection frameworks in Java. So what is this collection framework? Java collection frameworks is a set of classes and interfaces. It's a collection of classes and interfaces that handle groups of objects, such as list of names, set of IDs, maps by key and value pairs, and It provides ready to use data structures like ArrayList, HashSet, and HashMap. We know that all these things are there in collection framework. Now coming further, we have the collection framework, which is the root of all those collections. It is the root of all those collections. So collection is an interface. It consists of classes and interface and collection framework. This which is the root, it consists of subclasses as list, set, and queue. These are the subclasses. Now coming on to this array list and hash set. These are the classes. List consists of array list and set consists of hash set. So these are the classes which are further inherited by this list and set. Now coming to the map. Coming to map. Map is not a child of collections. It's not a child of collection, but a part of framework. It's not a child of it's not a part of this child of this collection framework, but it is a part of this framework. Now moving further, we will be getting of the list interface. We will know about the different list interfaces. List interface. They are the ordered collections of elements. Here, all elements are ordered. As we provide all the inputs, they are all ordered and allow duplicates. They allow duplicates. They allow us repetition of the elements. Yeah, increased that they can be accessed by the indexes. We can also access them by their indexes. Now coming to this common implementation. For this common implementation, we use the array list we use array list, linked list, and vectors. Array list, I repeat, array list, linked list, and vectors. Now moving on to example, we will be watching. We import these collections from this java.util package. Now coming on to this, it has the class list example. It has a class list example, and now follows the main method line public static void main string args, which this is a way of simple showing a list following by the generic style, generic type of the list, and the list name of the list, then the generic style within the angular brace, and then the name of the list, that is list here, equals new array list. Suppose we are creating an array list, so we'll be writing array list, which is a class. Yeah. So a class angular opening and closing angular braces and parentheses and then semicolon. Now suppose we want to add an element to this list. We will be writing list.add. This is a method, add method, list.add method, and within the parentheses we will be putting double quotes and writing apple. If you want to add apple to this list, we will be writing within the parentheses and double quotes apple. Now similarly we will be putting banana, list.add banana. Now similarly we will be putting list.add apple. This duplicates are allowed. We have studied that duplicates are allowed here. We have studied that duplicates are allowed. Yeah, it allows duplicates. So now moving further, we can print this list. System.out.println list. This list can be printed. So just writing system.out.println list. This list consists of number of elements, and all the elements will be, all the elements are printed on the console like this. Yeah. Now set interface. Set is an unordered collections. Set is an unordered collections. Here we have no duplicates, as set is a unique set specified for unique elements only. We do not have any duplicates here. It consists of the common implementations. We can see that has set, which has no order, of other elements. They are placed anywhere as we input them, and it's fast. This has set is fast. We can specify we can get quickly all the elements that we put and at what specified index. Yeah. Now linked list, it maintains insertion order. Whatever you insert in that HashSet list, all the insertion order will be mentioned according to whatever you have entered. And this TreeSet, it is sorted. It is sorted order. It is of a sorted order. All the elements will be sorted here. Now coming on to the example, we have the similar way. We have the set within the angular braces. We have the set within the angular braces. We have the generic type of this set, and then follows the name of this set. Then follows the name of the set. Following between the angular braces, we have the generic style, and then following the set, which is the name of the set, equals new hash set. Suppose for implementation we are using for hash set. For this we are using at hash set. For this implementation we are using hash set, which is a class. Now following angular braces, opening and closing angular braces, and parentheses, then ending it. Now if you want to add an element to this um, set, we want to add element to this set which we created as by the name set. So we should be writing set dot add, and within the parentheses we will be writing the name of the element, whatever you want to add. So set dot add Java, we are adding Java to this set, and set dot add Python. Secondly, we are adding Python, and now moving further, we will be adding Java again. So Java again, we will be adding Java again. But this is duplicate. But this is duplicate. This one is duplicate, and this one is duplicate. So it does not allow for duplicate. We know that it does not allow for duplicate. We have studied here. Yeah. No duplicates allowed. No duplicates are allowed in set. Yeah. So it does not allow for duplicates. So on printing the set on system.out.println set, this will give all the elements present in the set, because it's a collection and collections of different things, different items. So here we have only Java and Python as the output, but not again Java. Why? Because it is not allowing the duplicate values. Only the unique elements are present there. Now map interface. Map interface. This stores key value pairs. Everything is stored at a particular place. Every values are stored at particular place, which is referred by the keys, and have the particular uh, values to this case. We add particular values to these keys or places where we are adding these values. Keys. So key must be unique. Keys are unique. Keys must be unique, and values can be repeated. So keys are unique and values can be repeated. It has common implementation as HashMap, which has no orders, no order. If we They do not specify different orders at which we place. They are always jumbled one to other. We do not specify the different orderings of this hash map. And linked hash map maintains insertion order. Whatever you will insert here, they will be maintained in insertion order, and they will have particular order in which what we entered them, and all those order will be maintained here. Now tree map is sorted key is sorted by key. Here we have to sort them all according to the keys. Whatever we put them, they will be sorted according to the keys, and they will maintain it. Yeah. For example, coming on to example, we have the map, which has the generic type as integer and a string. This is a key. Integer is a key. Here integer is a key, and a string is the value. String is the value. We can specify any values at the specified keys. So for map, we write it's a key value pair. So integer is the key, and string is the value, and map is the name of that map. Yeah. And new hash map. Suppose this is the name of the new hash map. So new hash map followed by the opening closing angular braces following by parentheses. Now if you want to add element to this map, we need to write map.put, and further we will be providing integer part, one of the integer, another should be a string. So in string integer, this is the integer part, following the string which is between double quotes. Yeah. And we are map.put. We are putting other element too, like we are putting map.put, and two is the key value, which is the integer value, and following the value which is the 2, and is a string kind. Yeah. Now coming on to third part, we are putting map.put and 1, which is the key value, and uno which is a value pair, and is a kind of string also. So on putting this key, and we are specifying this by 1, which is the integer value, which should be the key. So putting this value again in this place, if you put this value again in this place, so it will modify this, because these keys will be modified by the later put on values, because the key will be modified. Here the key is modified by the later put on whatever we enter the value in that at the last, whatever the value is prescribed at the last, that value will be overtaking the previous value. So here the key is updated by UNO value. So on getting the system.out.println map, if we are printing this map, we will be getting 1 as UNO and 2 as 2. Yeah. Now instructions in Java. Java also specify different. We can perform different type iterations in Java. Now we can perform different tasks according to the different iterations. For iterations, we have studied that we have the for loop, while loop, this way, and this all. Now iterators in Java to transfers collections. If you want to iterate this through this list set, etc. Using iterator function, we are using the iteration function only. Like we have the list, which has a generic type string, list which has a generic type of string, and it's arrays dot list, arrays as list, arrays dot as list equals arrays.id within the parentheses will be writing within the double quotes A. This is the first element in the list, second element B, and third element C. So this is a list. Now as we have added elements to this list consists of elements as A, B, and C. Now we can iterate them or move from one element to other. For this we will be using iterators. This iterator is having general type as a string, and the name of the iterator is IT. Iterator which has the generic type as a string, and name of the iterator is IT. So list.iterator. It will move from one element to other. List.iterator. This list is consisting different elements, and iterators will move from one element to other. And for this we will be writing while. Iterator name it's LT. Yeah, it's LT. LT or IT, LT dot it, LT dot has next. Until the iterator has a next element, it will go on to the next element. No, go on to the next element. Yeah. So this iterator is having the next element, and so it will go on to the next element. First element A will be printed, then again it will go to the next element B, and next then to the third C. Now it has until and unless it has the next element, it will move on to the next element, and all the elements will be printed here. And by the system.out.println, iterator has next. This is a for this is a loop. This is in this loop. In this loop, we'll be writing the name of the list while loop having the list name of the list, that is LT, and has next until and unless there are next element, it will be moving on to the next element. Yeah. And system for this we will be printing system order for this printing of the element, we will be writing system order println lt dot next. Yeah. Now we can also remove the elements. For that we use lt dot remove. The name of the literature followed by the remove function. Here dot remove will with iterators as I told lt dot iterator. Lt is the name, but this will not directly modify the list during the iterations, but it will not directly modify the list during the iterations. We can do it after that or before that. And now for enhanced for loop, we have studied this enhanced for loop. For better information, I'm telling it again. Enhanced for loop its simplified way is that for string items in that list, for this we have this string item in this until and unless there is a string item in the list, these items will be printed. These item until string is the data type, and item is the items until and unless items are the values present in in this list. For string for the string kind of items until string data type, and until unless there are any number of items present in that list, the items will be printed here. Yeah. Now generics in Java collections, we have different generics in Java collections. Now generics allow type safety. They allow type safety whatever be the different kind of different types which will allow to the different values and so it provides for safety of all those types and avoid class exception. It always avoid exception class which has a superclass exception. Yeah, avoids class exception which has and this class exception has a superclass exception. Uh, Now helps compiler catch errors for compiler. It helps the compiler to catch errors at the compile time only. Yeah. Now coming on to example, this list which has this list which has the generic type as a string within the Angular versus string and the names which is the name of this list names equals new array list. Array list is a class, so it equals new array list following opening and closing Angular braces following and then parentheses and then semicolon. Now names dot add. This will add the names to this list. Names. Yeah, names which we this list was named as name. So it will add this names list as Alice. And if we names add 100, if we are adding 100 to it, it will specify that this type is mismatched. Why? Because we are putting the generic type here as string. We are giving the generic type as string and we are putting 100, that is integer value, so it will be obviously throwing error. Yeah, this is why it is showing this type mismatch. Without generics, collections store objects as object type, which is unsafe. So it's always compulsory for us to provide the generic types. Now we have studied about different collection frameworks and different subclasses and the classes, and first we have studied the interface collection interface, then sub interfaces, the array list array list which is the class, and list set and map which is the list set and map which is the sub interfaces, and following that array list which is the subclasses. Array list and others are the subclasses in it. Allow type duplication. Allow this type summary table. We will be getting to know the different what we have studied till now. Types allow duplicate in maintenance instruction order. Types allow duplication. Here the list allows, yeah, it allows for duplicate items, and they do not have any value. Key value pair is not present in the list. We can and it is fast, as we can have access to all those elements without any key value pair. And there is set, we don't allow duplicate. Set doesn't allow duplicate, so it is unique, as we know that it is unique collection of unique elements. And key value pair is also not present there. And for the hash, for the map, yeah, map we know that key value pair is present there, and it allow for duplicates. Yeah, obviously we can allow multiple values at a particular we can allow the particular similar property at different keys. Yeah. Now thanks, we'll move to the next class.